Though I was originally supposed to give y'all a review of this a little over a month ago and failed because I couldn't find it to stream, I am finally now at long last proud to bring to you a review of a real creature feature itself that recently celebrated its 35th anniversary. At long last, here is my review of Tremors. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Dual, better known to you as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 1990 monster horror flick Tremors, released by Universal, directed by Ron Underwood, produced by Brent Manick and S.S. Wilson, and rim by the three of them, starring Kevin Bacon, Fred Ward, Finn Carter, Michael Gross, and Queen Reba herself, as in McEntire, that is. You know what I'm talking about, okay? The film was released on January 19th, 1990. Now, of course, again, though I was originally going to review this on this day, but and failed to, I finally got to see it. It was on YouTube, free with ads, along with its sequels, which I have not seen any of its sequels. But anyway, let's do this. Anyway, it focused on a couple of handymen who wish to leave the small desert town of Perfection, Nevada, as they are tired of their dull lives, but they happen upon a series of mysterious deaths and a concerned seismologist studying unnatural readings below the ground. And with the help of an eccentric survivalist couple, they fight for survival against prehistoric worm-like monsters hungry for human flesh, and they're giant ones. All right, here's the story. Valentine, Val McKee, and Earl Bassett are handymen working in Perfection, Nevada, an isolated settlement in the high desert east of the Sierra Nevada mountains. They eventually get tired of their jobs and leave for Bixby, the nearest town. As they leave, they discover the dead body of another resident, Edgar Deems, perched atop an electrical tower, still grasping the tower's crossbeams and his rifle. Jim Wallace, the town's doctor, determines that Edgar died of dehydration, apparently having been too afraid to climb down. Later on, an unseen creature kills shepherd Fred and his flock of sheep. Val and Earl discover his severed head and believe that a serial killer is on the loose. Two construction workers ignore Val and Earl's warning and are killed by the same creature, causing a rock slide. Val and Earl try to find help after warning the residents, but find the phone lines are dead and that the rock slide had been blocked. Well, had blocked the only road out of town. Outside, a snake like creature wraps itself around their truck's rear axle, but is torn apart when Val stomps on the accelerator and drives away as discovered when they return to town. Val and Earl borrow horses to ride to Bixby for help. They come upon Wallace and his wife's buried station wagon near the trailer. But the couple is missing. As they press on, an enormous burrowing worm-like monster suddenly erupts out of the ground, revealing the snake-like creature to be one of the worm's many tentacled tongues. Thrown from their horses, the men flee with the monster in pursuit, and the chase ends when the eyeless creature crashes through the concrete wall of an aqueduct, dying from the impact. Rhonda Lebeck, a graduate student conducting seismology tests in the area, stumbles onto the scene. She deduces from previous readings that three other worms are in the area. Rhonda, Val, and Earl become trapped overnight atop a cluster of boulders near one of the worms, and surmise that the creatures hunt their prey by detecting seismic vibrations. The trio then finds some discarded poles, uses them to pole vault over to nearby boulders, and eventually reaches Rhonda's truck, narrowly escaping the creature. After the three return to town, the worms attack and kill general store owner Walter Chang, forcing everyone to hide on the town's various rooftops. Meanwhile, survivalist couple Bert and Heather Gummer manage to kill one of the creatures after unwittingly luring it to their basement armory. In town, the two remaining worms attack the building foundations, knocking over a trailer belonging to Nestor before dragging him under and devouring him. Alright, now I'm going to go to the rest of this final act and its ending. So now here's your chance to stop this video immediately. You have 5 seconds to stop this video. Go to the description box below and fast forward to the time below as I start counting down. If you've seen this movie already, please continue. Okay, you've been warned. Realizing they cannot stay in town any longer, Earl, Rhonda, and Miguel distract the monsters while Val commandeers a track loader and chains a semi-trailer to the rear. The survivors use it to try to escape to a nearby mountain range. En route, both worms create a sinkhole trap that disables the track loader, and the survivors flee to some nearby boulders for safety. Earl then has an idea to lure in the worms and trick them into swallowing Bert's homemade pipe bombs. The strategy successfully kills one worm, but the last one spits a bomb back towards the survivors, forcing them to disperse as the explosion destroys all but one of the remaining bombs. Val lures the final worm into chasing him off, to the edge of a cliff and throws the remaining bomb behind it, propelling the worm through the cliff face, where it plummets to its death onto the rocks below. The group returns to town, where they call in the authorities to begin an investigation, while Earl encourages Val to pursue a romantic relationship with Rhonda. End of story. So, what did I think of Tremors? I've got to say, it's a pretty fun film. It has its moments and what have you. It has a little bit of campy bits and lines and what have you, but still, I enjoyed it and what have you. Well, they were sort of actually campy, but not 110%. I really thought this film was pretty darn good and what have you. It was just something. But still, pretty cool. Upon its release, it still did well and what have you. Anyway, the film did fine as it came in right behind some other films when it opened, losing to other films like Internal Affairs, The War of the Roses, Tango and Cash, and Born on the 4th of July, which was a recent hit for Universal, released a month prior. But anyway, the film did okay. It was a minor hit, making $16 million against its $6 million budget. Anyway, in 2019, Kevin Bacon hinted that the film only made a fifth of what the charts at Universal said it would. Its creators blamed the subpar theatrical performance on its marketing campaign. And S.S. Wilson felt that the film was not well promoted once its release date was delayed. Yes, the film was originally supposed to come out a year prior. Henceforth, we saw it was in 1989 in the copyright at the end credits. So this was originally supposed to come out the previous year. While Brent Maddox stated the theatrical trailer was cringeworthy and likely deterred audiences, this film would get a PG-13 rating by the MPAA. Still, it did get some decent response. Rotten Tomatoes has had a score of 88%, saying it's an affectionate throwback to 1950s creature features. The film reinvigorates its genre tropes with a finely balanced combination of horror and humor. Cinema Score gave it a B-. Now, Roger Ebert said that he liked it enough to recommend it just barely, but described it as a goofy, dumb, fun movie. Entertainment Weekly gave it a B+, saying it is the slacker of monster movies, bemused, improvisatory, willfully low-key. That's understandable. Still, even though Roger Ebert did like it, but his partner Gene Siskel was not impressive. impressed with as he did it, saying a little of it goes an awfully long way, and there are just so many tricks, though, that you can do with the worms. This film would make a cute short subject. It doesn't sustain itself for an entire film. But 2 years later, he reevaluated the film, saying, "This picture has grown on me. I think it is worth a second viewing. There is a spirit of good fun there." Well, it became, well, a modest hit at the box office, it went on to become a massive hit on home video purchases. And because of this, it became a large, well, it gained a large cult following, a very large cult following. It has been released on physical media numerous times. I think you can get them for a pretty good price. Now, there's also been a soundtrack with score by Ernest Trust, which is pretty good and what have you. It has some pretty good songs you'll hear, including one by its star, Queen Reba herself. For our cast, we have Kevin Bacon as Val. I've got to say, he's good. Definitely. Fred Ward played Earl. He was pretty good and what have you. Very good. Finn Carter played Rhonda, and she wasn't too bad. Playing Bert Gummer is Michael Gross. After recently playing Mr. Kean on TV's Family Ties, which was just canceled a few months back the previous year. And Queen Reba plays Bert's wife Heather. Bobby Jacoby, who I've seen on sitcoms, most notably Small Wonder, played Melvin Plug, a local boy who constantly irritates people with his pranks. Charlotte Stewart played Nancy Sterngood, an artist living in perfection with her daughter, played by Ariana Richards, and the character is Mindy. Tony Gennaro played Miguel. He was pretty good. Richard Marcus played Nestor Cunningham. And Victor Wong, who of course later went on to appear in the Three Ninjas films, and he's been in other films, played Walter Chang. So anyway, so the cast is pretty good and what have you. So the story's pretty good and what have you. I've really come to like Tremors. I feel like this film is pretty cool and what have you. After this, it would become a big franchise. After this, there would be 5 direct-to-video sequels and 1 prequel. Now, Fred Ward actually did return for the second one. Michael Gross, however, reprised his role in, I believe, all of them, if I'm not mistaken. Give me a second. Okay, yes. Michael Gross appeared in all those films and its prequel as well. Anyway, I have yet to see those, but I will eventually, and I will review those films later on down the road and what have you. I'll try and do my extreme best. But anyway, Tremors is worth looking into. So would I recommend it? I'm just got ahead of myself, but I'm gonna say hell yeah, go for it. If you're into some creature flicks from a long time ago, then you'll feel right at home with this one. This is very, very good. I thought its story was good. I liked the cast and their characters. They weren't too bad. The score and the soundtrack's good. And the giant worms were really, well, freaky once you see what was inside, that is. So, what did you think of Tremors? Let me know in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Continue to help support my channel. Make it grow and make the views grow. Tell all your friends about my channel. Give them to know me. Maybe they'd like to be a part of my Big D Nation. Share my videos with your friends if you like. And join me next time when I bring to you my February rewatches and first time watches rankings with all in one video again. Yes, I'm doing it again. So if you like this, check out my reviews for these other creature features. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of a recent one from last year, and that's A Quiet Place Day 1, which of course is a prequel to A Quiet Place. Or go to the upper right-hand corner and see my review of a cult classic from 1978, and that's The Swarm, or go to or if you'd like some monsters and a creature feature, check out my review of Ghoulies from 1985 in the bottom left hand corner. And the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying see ya.